This is the view here in Beijing, but what about over in Tokyo? Our correspondent Terence Terashima joins us in our studio over there. Terry, thanks for being with us. The tensions that we're seeing between Japan and China just seem to be going up and up. What's the latest reaction from Tokyo?
Well, obviously there's been a quick reaction from the Japanese government. The Vice Foreign Minister Kenichiro Sasai summoned the Chinese ambassador to Japan, as the report said, Chang Yong-fa, to protest against the patrol ships, the incident in the disputed waters. The ambassador said that he will convey the message to his home country, as well as stating that the Diaoyu Islands is Chinese property. And as you heard, the reactions from the Chinese Foreign Affairs side. And Chief Cabinet Secretary Osamu Fujimori also confirmed that Japan have been protesting through diplomatic channels. I've spoken earlier to the Foreign Ministry spokesman, and Foreign Ministry spokesman have confirmed and also said that they'll wait for the official reactions from the Chinese government. And Japanese media has been running these stories for days, for a number of weeks in fact, and the interest for this topic is quite high in Japan, and there's various debates on the pro and cons of this issue with the territorial issue amongst China and Japan.
There has been speculation that the media interest you talk about there is simply a reaction not only of the people interest but also the political expectations. Now, on the political front, we've seen the governor of Tokyo back in April saying, let's buy out part of the Diaoyu Islands. The government has taken moves in that direction as well. Any new news on that front and on the other aspects of this reaction from Japan?
Well, first of all, can I touch on a sort of a bigger picture? In the last 2 years, since 2010, the territorial issues has been heating up in Japan, not only with China, but with South Korea on Dokdo, the Takeshima Islands, as well as the Northern Territories and the Kuril Islands, with Russia. And there is a view that Japan cannot be seen as weakening on the territorial issues, and it should stand firm, especially after a number of visits by Russian government delegation and a recent visit by Prime Minister Medvedev to the Northern Territories and heated issues in the islands issues. So given that, analysts speculated that that is one of the reasons why Prime Minister Yoshihiko Noda announced nationalization of the islands, but there are skepticism, including the Tokyo Metropolitan Governor Shintaro Ishihara, who actually first said he'll buy the Metropolitan will buy the island. There's skepticism that the government will actually go through with it, and at any moment the Tokyo Metropolitan Government is ready to buy the islands, and the government could buy off the Metropolitan Government once the government decides to go through with it. But there are also voices of caution here that the discussions is not only heating in the government levels, but activists both in Japan and China is trying to make some kind of drastic move, which would throw a sort of fuel into the heated fire. So there are also cautious voices here as well. So I think this is going to continue, and a lot of the analysts here think that this will continue, and asking the government to open more diplomatic channels.
Well, the flames of that fire still being fanned. Terence Terashima in our Tokyo studio. We'll follow